You're a disappointment. You just have to live with it. That's the way it is. Hi, I'm Katherine Norland. How many of you have felt like you are just disappointing people all the time and it's really bothering you? Well, let me get comfy. You're going to disappoint people, and it's something you're just going to have to get used to. Unless you want to be mediocre, unless you want to live in a box that other people want you to live in, unless you want to just be a yes man and do everything everybody else wants you to do, you're going to be a disappointment. And that's hard. I know, because I was a former people pleaser. I used to not want anybody to be mad at me. So there were so many things I wanted to do and didn't do because I was worried other people wouldn't like it if I did those things. That is a trap you've got to break out of. You will never be happy if your whole life is spent making everybody else happy. Now, I'm not saying you can't be of service, you can't be kind, you can't do nice things for people, you can't make other people happy, but you have a life too. You have a life that you're trying to live. You have goals that you want to do. And you've probably figured out by now, not everyone's going to be on board with your goals. Not everyone is going to be thrilled and happy that you want to do what you want to do. People are going to be displeased with you, and you are going to be a disappointment to some people when you start going for your goals. The only people that aren't a disappointment to people is the people that are just doing what everyone else wants them to do. But then how are you feeling at the end of the day? When I was being a people pleaser, just doing what everybody else wanted me to do because I wanted to have friends and I wanted to be nice, I was miserable because I wasn't following what I was passionate about. I wasn't going after my pursuits because I thought other people knew better than me. And I was dying on the inside. Can you look yourself in the mirror right now and be excited and happy and thrilled about the way things are going in your life? Are you in charge of the way things are going in your life? Are you forging ahead towards your goals, or do you have a little voice in the back of your head saying, ooh, I better not do that because so-and-so won't like that. I better not do this other thing because then they will think something da-da-da about me. Oh, I better not do this. Do you know there's no place you can go in life where someone is not going to be disappointed with you if you're actually making a difference and doing something? Do you think that the big stars, the rich and famous people, the important people of the world, do you think people aren't disappointed in them just because they've reached this level of fame, this monetary thing? As a matter of fact, not only are people still disappointed in them, they probably have more people disappointed in them than when they weren't doing anything, when they weren't achieving their goals, when they weren't going after it. The bigger you get to be, the more in the limelight, the more you have critics, the more you have people judging you, the more you have people telling you, you should do this, you should do that, you shouldn't do that, because you're at a place where you've got agents, you've got managers, you've got staff, you've got employees, you've got assistants, you've got people managing your accounts, you've got funding people, you've got PR people, and they're not going to like some of the decisions you make. I remember a funny story. My husband was telling me he watches the Joe Rogan show, and he said he was interviewing Elon Musk on there. And Joe or somebody, I don't know, I didn't see the episode, offers Elon some weed. So they're on the show, on the podcast, smoking weed. And apparently he gets a call from his PR person like, what were you doing? That is not the image we're going for. You don't want people to see that. And I don't know if he didn't know they were being videotaped or he just, I don't know, was oblivious to it. The point is there's always going to be somebody that's going to tell you you're not doing the right thing. And it happens every step of the way. It happens at the bottom and it happens at the top. But the closer you get to achieving your goals, the more you're going to have people telling you don't do that, don't do that. And they're going to be disappointed in you for not doing what they said, for not taking their advice. But how many times do people break through this level of success and stardom because they didn't listen to what other people had to say? They weren't worried about being a disappointment to someone. Yeah, I don't want to disappoint my parents. I don't want to disappoint my friends. I don't want to disappoint, but you know what? Sometimes you have to do what is burning in your heart that you have to do, and you can't explain it and you don't know why, and you're sorry someone's going to be disappointed in you for doing it, but you just have to do it anyway. So, as long as you know going into this that you're going to be a disappointment, okay, you got that. You're going to disappoint some people. Got it. Good. Not everyone's going to be happy with you. Yep, that's true. And the more you try to please somebody, sometimes the less they're pleased. Have you ever had the experience of not doing what you wanted to do, doing your best to do what this other person insists that you do, and then you don't even get that right? You don't even do that right. Like you tried your hardest and you were like, I did what they wanted me to do, and they're still disappointed. They're still mad because maybe I didn't do it on the time frame they wanted me to do it. I didn't do it the way they wanted me to do it. It's like nothing is ever going to be good enough for some people. Now, I was reading an interesting quote yesterday from a motivational speaker, Timothy Jones. I don't remember the exact quote, but it said something like, those people who are disappointed in you or who were disappointed in you were probably just trying to control you anyway. I'm just going to let that sink in for a second. Are the people in your life that are disappointed in you, disappointed in the decisions you made, are they trying to control your life? Are they trying to control you? Do they really, genuinely want what's best for you without a doubt? Because if they don't want you to be happy and they don't want you to pursue your goals and they're disappointed at what you're doing, are they really in your corner, or are they trying to control you? That's something I want you to think about. So, next phase. Since we know now someone's always going to be disappointed, no matter what, someone is going to be disappointed with us. Then it comes down to this. Who is it okay that I disappoint? And who is it not okay that I disappoint? So for me, number one, it is not okay if I disappoint God. I'm going to do the best I can, as messed up as I am, as incapable as I am, as weak as I am, as unintelligent as I am, to follow what God wants me to do with my limited understanding of Him and the cosmos and everything He created. I'm going to do what I feel and what I know and what I've read in the good book to be the best I can to follow up the God standards. Yeah, I mess up all the time. I'm sure there's times God is disappointed in me, but when I recognize it, I go back, I repent, I say, I'm sorry, I'll try again, I messed up, Next, who do I not want to disappoint? I don't want to disappoint my family, my husband and my children. Okay? So people are going to come at you with different expectations, different things they want you to do. You have to have your list of who am I not willing to disappoint. I have a few fans on Instagram, on different social media. Some of them are disappointed with me that I cannot video chat with them. You know what? I get dozens and dozens of requests every week to do that. If I did that, I would not have any time to spend with my family, to spend with my children, to do flashcards with Eli, to do homework with Timothy, to keep the house in somewhat decent of an order. I would not have time to write my books, which reach people where they need to be reached. I would not have time to pursue my goals in my career. So I have to take the chance. Yeah, I'm going to disappoint some fans. I wish somewhat understand and know where I'm coming from and be like, yeah, you got a lot of demands on you, so yeah, I get it. But some aren't gonna, and they're gonna be mad. And I have to be okay. I have to know who it's okay for me to disappoint and who it's not okay for me to disappoint. Because in the past, I would bend over backwards to help people. And I would like work on everybody's films for free. I would do all this stuff, just try, like, I'm a giver. I want to help people. I don't want them to be disappointed. I would be gone 16 hours a day helping other people. And then my husband's left at home by himself because I'm helping some random person with their film or with their project or whatever, who never paid me, never gave me credit, never helped me with anything of mine, because I wanted to be whatever, trying to be everything to everybody when I'm not called to be everything to everybody, and neither are you. People are going to pull on you. People are going to want to take from you. People are going to want to just suck you dry, and they will if you let them. So it's important for you to set boundaries and to know, who is it okay if I disappoint? You know what, if you have a job, is it okay if you keep disappointing your boss because other things are pulling at you? Probably not, because the longer you keep having your boss disapprove of you, you might not have a paycheck for much longer. I'm just saying, you might be out of a job. So who is it okay for you to disappoint, since you know you're going to disappoint somebody? So just something I want you to think about. Make your list. Who is it not okay to disappoint, and who is it, you know what, I may have to. I don't want to. I think of my parents. I don't know if they were disappointed when I moved to Los Angeles, but they were worried for me. I think they thought it would be better for me to stay at home. My dad worried I wouldn't have a stable income. And that wasn't from a place of trying to control. That was from a place of, they love me and they want what's best for me. But you know what? I had to follow my heart. I had to follow what I thought was God telling me, move to Los Angeles, become an actress. Whatever it was, I had to do that. And yeah, I disappointed some of my friends. They didn't want me to move away. They wanted me to hang out with them, to go to the clubs with them, to go dancing, to, go to the mall, go shopping, whatever I used to do in my former life. But I had to do what I had to do, because at the end of the day, you're going to answer for yourself to God. When God tells you to do something, you can't tell him, well, I really wanted to do that for you, God, but so-and-so down the street, they told me, they would be mad if I did that, or they said it wasn't a good idea, whatever it is. We're going to stand before God one day and say, I did the best I can. I did what you asked me to do, because no excuse we have is going to be valid. We're not going to be able to say, well, my hairdresser didn't want me to do that, or my mechanic didn't want me to do that, or maybe my book publisher didn't want me to do that. You got to God first. And secondly, when you're on your deathbed, you're going to wish you spent more time with your family. Not that you pleased hundreds of thousands of random strangers who wanted something from you. So just so you know, if people aren't disappointed in you, you're probably not moving towards what is your calling, what is your purpose, making the biggest difference. Because even when you're giving, even if your work in life is to be a missionary, to go all over the world and bring clean drinking wells and feed the impoverished and the hungry, there's still going to be people mad that you're not doing it right, that you're not doing it their way. So whatever it is you're setting out to do, just know you're going to be disappointed, but have your list of who is it okay that I disappoint. Just think about it. You're going to hurt somebody's feelings. Let's hope it's not God's. And let's hope it's not yours. Because you want to look in the mirror and be proud of what you've accomplished and what you've done, despite what anybody else has told you to do. And your life partner, you want to be able to look in their eyes and say, honey, you know what? I did my best to hold our family together. You want to be able to look at your kids when they're grown up adults, and you want them to know that you were there for them, that you didn't forsake their time, their games, what was important to them, being with them, raising them right, because all these other people wanted your time and you thought all these other people were more important than your own children. That's hard to undo when you get older. Having kids who never saw you around for them, but you made them feel like everyone else was more important than them. So who are you going to disappoint? Take care, guys. Live true, love hard, shine bright. Hey there, it is Katherine Norland. I hope you enjoyed that video. And if you did, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And if you guys think that this video would bless somebody else or that they need to hear it, please hit the share button. And there's a little bell button too where you can be notified whenever I have a video that comes out so you don't miss a thing. I appreciate you guys. Remember, always live true, love hard, shine bright, and I will see you in the next video.